This is News 25 with Deanna O'Donnell. News 25, local news you can count on. News is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Give them a call, 727-9900. News is also brought to you by Desert View Hospital. You can count on us.
Welcome to News 25 here on KPVM TV and Ace Country Radio. Today is Wednesday, July 27th. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. Well, police and medics are responding to a multi-motorcycle crash that's occurring right now on Highway 373 and Anvil Road. That's in Amargosa. Multi-injuries have been reported at this time. They are reporting broken bones and one major head injury. We'll keep you posted on our KPVM Facebook page and, of course, tomorrow night here on News 25. Two females have been arrested in connection with the death of a child. Angela Ashley Garino Bolt and Erica Eisenlaufel have been arrested and are facing charges of open murder in connection with the death of a young child. News 25 learned of the December 2021 death that was being investigated in March of this year. Police were dispatched to 211 Duck Creek Road in Comstock Park here in Pahrump for a report of a baby that had died. According to witnesses, several individuals and other children were inside the home at the time. The Department of Child and Family Services were also allegedly involved prior to the child's death. The Nye County Sheriff's Office says that the Nevada Department of Investigation is handling the case in partnership with the Nye County District Attorney Chris Arabia. Garino Bolt has been taken into custody by the Nye County Sheriff's Office here in Pahrump at this time, and Eisenlaufel, who is the daughter of Nye County's Under Sheriff Michael Eisenlaufel, was arrested in Las Vegas and is booked into the Clark County Detention Center. Both suspects are being held on $1 million bail. This is a developing case. And one person with injuries was transported to our local hospital as a result of a two-vehicle crash. Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies, Nevada Highway Patrol, and Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue were dispatched to a two-vehicle crash this afternoon on Highway 160 and Mesquite Avenue. Medics arrived on scene and medically evaluated the occupants of both vehicles who declined to be transported at the time of the crash. Nevada Highway Patrol are conducting the accident investigation. Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies directed traffic around the crash site. Both vehicles sustained moderate damage. One person was transported to Desert View Hospital as a result of injuries sustained from this crash. And a single vehicle crash occurred in the desert area near KPVM TV last night. Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue, along with Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies, responded to a single vehicle crash off Higley Road last night. According to the Nye County Sheriff's Office dispatch, the individuals involved in the crash were unclear of where they were located at the time of the incident. Police arrived on scene in quick fashion and located the vehicle off the roadway. Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue transported one person to our local hospital with injuries sustained as a result of this crash. Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies are conducting the accident investigation. Well, the new Nye County Treasurer has been appointed to her position. At least one member of the Board of County Commissioners had some questions before turning over the county's financial accounts to the candidate, Raelyn Powers.
On July 19th, the Board of County Commissioners had an item on their agenda to discuss if Republican Raelyn Powers will be appointed to the unexpired term of the Nye County Treasurer due to the resignation of Mark Kampf. Powers spoke during this meeting about why she thinks she's fit for this position.
It'd be an honor to be appointed at this time, provide us the ability to stay on track, continue our work as far as training, continue the department's future success with handling all of the incoming money, bank reconciliations, property taxes, and continue the development of our department and our team.
Mark Kampf also spoke a few words about Powers at this board meeting.
I fully support the appointment of Raelyn Powers. I think she's an excellent person to do the job. She's demonstrated herself over the years and her ability to understand what's going on in the county. She's made a big difference in the last 2 weeks that she's come back, taken over the reins, and started to move things forward as far as all the activities are going on. She was very helpful in our process of getting the tax bills prepared and ready to go. which should be in the mail shortly. So I think she's going to be a great treasurer. She's going to do a good job, and I look forward to everyone in the community providing her support.
Commissioner Leo Blundo had a few questions for Powers regarding her being put on administrative leave and the investigation at the treasurer's office. The district attorney warned the commissioners about straying from this item. An option for the commissioners would be to table this discussion for a later date. Instead, they moved forward and appointed Raelyn Powers to the treasurer position.
Clear something up for me. What happened, because we got off fiscal watch, a whole situation came apart, finger pointing happened, and then you came back and things are fixed again. My big concern here is that we self-sabotage to make people look bad, to create a situation to then all of a sudden here we are today. Just clear it all up for me.
I was attacked by the prior treasurer. I'm uncertain why. I don't know what changed. I don't know what caused that. I did disagree with some of the items that he requested to be moved on the bank
I'm
reconciliation.
going to ask a question here, so I don't want to start anything, but DA, we bridging something here that we shouldn't be talking about? I just want to make sure.
I would limit it, I think enough said on those topics.
You mean especially since the past treasurer resigned? Yes, sir.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
So, I mean, Commissioner, I don't want to get into any kind of a situation.
I don't think we're getting in there. I'm asking her directly because she was there.
Yeah, but there's probably more to that than just what.
You're correct, Commissioner. There's more than I would like to divulge in a public setting.
Thank you.
Commissioner Bruce Jabor motioned that Raelyn Powers be appointed to the position effective July 20th, 2022. The vote from the commissioners ended in 5-0.
I move to appoint Raelyn Powers to fill the unexpired term of the Nye County Treasurer due to the resignation of Mark Kampf, effective July 20th, 2022.
Second.
Thank you. I have a motion second of closed public comment. I'm going to call for the question.
Aye.
Jabor's aye.
Aye.
Roney's aye.
Aye.
5-0. Thank you.
More news on the other side of this break.
You're watching News 25, the most recognized and farthest reaching local news in Nye County. News 25, local news you can count on. This segment of the news is brought to you by Sunset Valley Pools. For quality service and supplies, call 775-513-4114.
Welcome back to News 25. Well, Valley Electric Association is bringing out their bucket trucks this weekend to hopefully fill them up with school supplies at 3 locations here in town.
Valley Electric Association is holding their 16th annual Fill the Bucket School Supply Drive in front of Albertsons, Smith's, and Walmart on Saturday, July 30th from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Valley Electric, this is our 16th year of Fill the Bucket. What we do is we collect school supplies for the school districts that are within our service territory. We service from Sandy Valley all the way to Dyer, Nevada, or Fish Lake Valley. So this is our 16th year. And we will be collecting school supplies. The school supplies lists are usually provided by the the school districts, but we will have supply lists at the Fill the Bucket Drive as well.
Last year, there was a recorded 17 buckets filled with roughly $8,500 in school supplies and $4,800 in donations.
The previous record was 37 buckets, which was set in 2018, but again, as COVID took effect, people out of school, supplies down, so forth, so we're trying to rebuild this and get it back up to the levels of where it was prior to COVID.
So what are you expecting this year?
I am not going to make a prediction, but I will guarantee we'll at least exceed our 17 buckets for the previous year.
News 25 asked Bill why Valley Electric is sponsoring this Fill the Bucket school supply drive.
Quite honestly, all of our schools need help, especially since we've had COVID. We've, people need backpacks and school supplies and so forth. So that's what we're doing, is providing them for the community.
Valley Electric does this every year for the towns in their service area, from Fish Lake Valley all the way down to Sandy Valley.
It will service within our service territory. So again, we service from Sandy Valley, Pahrump, Beatty, Esmeralda County. So all of the schools involved within our service territory.
Valley Electric would like to mention that you don't just have to donate school supplies, they also take cash donations.
We'll be distributing them or packaging them up that Saturday and getting them out for distribution on Monday morning, but anybody that comes in afterwards with a donation, you can donate cash or school supplies. You can go to Valley Electric's website at vea.coop, or you can come into our main office, or you can also call into the main line at 775-727-5312. Get out there and fill the bucket. Our employees, linemen, customer service, engineering department all donate and get involved with this, so we would just like the rest of the community to get involved too.
Well, July is Minority Mental Health Awareness Month. Studies have found racial minority groups show higher levels of anxiety, depression, suicidal tendencies, post-traumatic stress disorder, and other mental health disorders. Dr. Kia Pruitt with Cleveland Clinic says there are many reasons why that is, including lack of access to health care.
If you have poor health, then that's also going to have an impact on your mental health. And so if you're not getting the appropriate treatment for your diabetes, for example, it's natural that you're also going to have anxiety. If you can't afford to pay for the prescriptions for the treatment to manage your diabetes, that also can contribute to anxiety.
Dr. Pruitt says aside from lack of access to health care and psychoeconomic factors, there's also a stigma surrounding mental health. Some people may be ashamed to seek out treatment, or maybe their family members don't believe in it. Dr. Pruitt says that's why it's so important to continue raising awareness about mental health and make resources available in all communities. She says it's also important for people to open up to those they trust. You don't have to suffer in silence. Another tip she recommends is practicing self-care. It doesn't have to be anything fancy, even just giving yourself some time to relax and watch your favorite show or go on a walk can be soothing.
It also might be resting, when you need to take a rest, or asking for help when you need it. And so if you're used to kind of doing things on your own, asking for help is also another good way of self-care.
Dr. Pruitt says for those who may not be able to afford therapy or other types of treatment, there are many free resources available online. News 25 will return on the other side of this break.
You're watching News 25, brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500. Also brought to you by Silver State Health. Visit silverstatehealth.org or call 702-471-0420 for an appointment. News 25, local news you can count on.
Well, a dog involved in a dog fight is recovering at Never Forgotten Animal Society. We caught up with founder Pat Lemming to get the details about Piper and how you can help.
Today's Save a Pet segment is made possible by Realty Executives in Action. Put the team at Realty Executives in action for you.
This is Piper. And Piper came to us from some people that had adopted her from us 2 years ago. And said that she'd been in a dog fight with their dog that had been on the property, and that they had to rehome her. We took her back because that's our policy. If you adopt from us, we will rehome them if you have to rehome them. And so she came to us, and she, as you can tell from her forehead, had been in a pretty rough place. So when we got her, we thought that her head was the only issue that we had. She had a little spot on her chest that was sore, but not an open wound. And within 2 days, it just blew up. And so what we ended up doing was having to take her in and have surgery done on her. And if we can do that, then she's going to be ready to go to her new home once that wound is pretty much closed. She's on antibiotics and she's on pain meds, and there's a whole lot of nursing that's going on with her, plus wound care twice a day. So she's got all of that going, but you can see she is just a doll. She is just the sweetest girl. When she came in, these places right here above her eyes were literally open puncture wounds. And so when she came in, we got her the care she needed. She was in real bad shape as far as her coat, malnourished a little bit, and so we've been putting all this care into her since she got here, and you can see she's just a doll. Biggest expense you have as a rescue is 70% of your budget goes to veterinary care of one form or another. And this is what you do. This is the people, these are the animals that you work with so that you can save their lives. Because without that care, they would not make it. And that's what we're here for, is to try and give them the best lives possible. We always have special needs, always. It never stops. And without that support, we could not offer these services to these animals and get them well.
News 25 Weather Cam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
Oh my gosh, it's humid outside, and you can tell from those clouds out there looking at Mount Charleston. John's going to tell us a little bit more about our weather right after this break.
News 25 weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. The splash of cream in your coffee, the dollop of sour cream on your burrito, the melted toasty cheese on your pizza. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Hi, good evening, Nevada. It's John Kohler from the KPVM Channel 25 Weather Studios on a wacky Wednesday. Man, this weather is all out of whack. Look at this Fernley and Fountain, 102, 103 degrees. Hot spots in the state today, way up north. That's odd. Carson City, 99. Tonopah bringing in the Cool Spot Award at 91, and it's all up north. It's like a yo-yo going on here. Goldfield, 93 degrees, 99 in Beatty. 100 degrees out in Amargosa, triple digits. That seems pretty robust. In Las Vegas, much nicer at 94. And in Death Valley, well, just like Death Valley, 115 degrees again today. Here in the Paradise Pahrump, we're looking at 95, staring it straight in the eye and going, oh yeah, baby. It was 97 just a little bit earlier. South-southeasterly winds, 214 miles per hour, plagued us throughout the day, but it was a gorgeous sunrise this morning at 5:47. Setting this evening, look for it at 7:53. We're heading down to low tonight of 79 degrees. Cloudy skies, going to be a gorgeous sunset. That humidity really kicking up, 36%. Smells like rain in our future. Let's take a look. Yes, rain in our future. Look at this next 4 or 5 days. The chance of rain increasingly robust, and come Saturday, Sunday, I think we're all going to get wet. Look at that, temperatures dropping out of the triple digits come Saturday, and that'll be kind of a trend for the next 4 or 5 days. So that's kind of some change, but winds kindly about 10, 11 miles per hour throughout the week, and just lots of moisture. Welcome to monsoon season. Welcome to Nye County. All right, back to the desk. Here's Deanna.
Thanks so much, John. Well, you know, we do have a couple of those back to school supply drive this weekend, including that one that we told you about a little bit earlier with Valley Electric Association filled bucket truck, which is going to be at several locations this weekend, as well as Nye Communities Coalition is having one at Pahrump Valley High School, and that is going to be held as well on Saturday. We have that post and that flyer on our Facebook page, on KPVM's Facebook page, so you can find out more there, and of course we'll keep you posted on that as well. There's also a Mammovan coming up to Beatty, and that will be on August 5th. You can also keep up to date on everything that is happening in and around our area on the KPVM Facebook page as well. And if you would like to make an appointment for that Mammovan, you can give them a call, 877-581-6266. Press option 1, and you can do that Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. until 6 p.m. They're going to be up there in Beatty from 8:40 a.m. to 3:40 p.m. on Friday, August 5th, and that's at 150 Avenue A up there in Beatty. Well, that's going to wrap up this edition of News 25. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. From all of us here up on the Hill, have a great night.